OSEI AGYEMAN and with the Torchlight Jumedie so. What's yet the Torchlight Jumedie and with NITS 100.9. What's yet the Torchlight Jumedie and with NITS 100.9. The Torchlight Jumedie and with NITS 100.9. What's yet the Torchlight Jumedie and with NITS 100.9. Torchlight Jumedie and with NITS 100.9. What's yet the Torchlight Jumedie and with NITS 100.9. What's yet the Torchlight Jumedie and with NITS 100.9. Yet the Torchlight Jumedie and with NITS 100.9. Torchlight dwumadie ɛwɔ NIT 100.9. The Torchlight dwumadie ɛwɔ NIT 100.9. The Torchlight dwumadie ɛwɔ NIT 100.9. The Torchlight dwumadie ɛwɔ NIT 100.9.
Jama kwa be de bandit 100.9 na nwumrei dwumade ye friend Torchlight ye tenase ye maba bedin komo manga na munsem ensem akodo a ekoso ene ye ba betenase na ye biebie mu de ama ye tiefo ya manyo semene ye chechiro man no enti ye chichire na de ekoso bia no nso de ye ni de chire na ye hwe kwan pa ye befa so ne yedi oman na konkan enam se ye wo hui oman eyeyi a ebi so ebi so me so eti da bia na me se wo ye Ghana ni bia emfa ho ne ohini bi odi oso emfa ho ne omanpanyin bi odi oso ne napamfo se wo bɔ mpae a aya bɔ mpae fama wakendifo se wo bɔ mpae a aya bɔ mpae fama wakendifo because eyade a se wo bɔ mpae ma wakendifo na nyame dum omunyansa na se oman no mo de konkan a de etie bia yedie no oso bi beso so enwumre midin edema OSEI AGYEMAN dwumadi ye friend Torchlight ye de brewe ye Benada Yawada ne atena se ne de Torchlight na ye de abrew ene ye behwe nsema hodo bi ekoso eye minority chief whip ye friend Owura Anodompre ode nsem bi akotu dwa ewo Ablekuma North abatwe momi enhwe ne yo na yenhwie moje ngu ansa na ye declare bi so ye winner enne dwumre yansema America no amanyofo ne mienu nyina NDC ne MPP Ablekuma North abatwo no momi yenhwe ne yo na yenhwie moja engu ansa na mete se ya declare obi se oye winner sabre na bia na nipa egu eye irreversible Moma ya nimra ho Mr. IGP woni wa posifo na se posifo no aya na amanyofo yi boys di sem hunu anamu gina ho hwe omo ene so ade ba de no ye rade nyakopo Mumi enhwe yo Mr. IGP Dr. George Kufu Dampare, I'm calling you tonight. Me say Ablekuma North, the moment you I got just 3 police stations. 3 police stations. Yansheni ya de sad ye beti ye no. Na enipa egu. Ewa Ablekuma North ansa na ye beti say ye di kilo bi so ye MP. A your worrying situation. Benim die nti America say na anwumre eti bambofo mu gina manan so yie bambofo mu gina manan so a mu gina manan so yie eye Mr. Green or your secretary de Ablekuma North me hwe anim so obeba ha even on short notice me hwe anim so obaba kan ho and so may host to eye Oti regional organizer of the New Patriotic Party. And I know Benada ye call Madina. Mea menyonko eye Abdul Razak Hussein. Or ye secretary NDC Madina Obaha and I know Benada no. Ye bedin komonti ye hwe ni mo manpanyin. MMDC is in the DM say wo ba Abdul Razak DM said the aye. Ejo de man said ya wo de mabu no ba eye wa ban mu no ne ade. Se me de no mesi ani a. Mejime say Abdul Razak Hussein. Onwa na say OMC Madina ne mpasuo so oba na ene Oti regional organizer of the New Patriotic Party Felix Ade ebebe fia balansa na nso no me hwe ni mo because menya ne tie say eye transport company a ye friend 2M Express ever since I yet to abawie ye yesi uwokwa na enkrofo bi akoho na womo tautu womo ho womo na esiese womo ye NDC fo ebi kura kwa wo say 2M Express womo washrooms womo kwa akwaje okwaje de agwan 2M Express washroom no okwa akwaje de akwan ya we de ya we de ya yes mabuni bi ekokwo womo se womo ensesa womo car se de kura free ho na minim enre ya maburu bi asa akọ Sadia we na de kan wan hwe ni ya na nipa bonefo bi no omudi bone no mo de hye eye amanyofo no nipa bonefo bi o no omudi bone no mo de hye eye amanyofo no eti wo mo se wo makoho na wo mo kopam 2M Express fo afiri ho wo mo se wo maban na aba saa no mo kekan wo maban na aba wo se mo yesa na na say yampani ampa sa wo NDC ni mapa ugu omampani na anim ase ana winim sa wo yesa na ugu omampani na anim ase eti na management of 2M Express me hwe anim so bebe fia na yedi nkomode bi sa say de na ekoso ho ede pa na ekoso because amabunu na kwwa wo ma report de amabambofo ede na bambofo aye bepa cho enanwumre Torchlight yede to so Inti ayade a yebetwe na yehudia ekoso ewo ho yema panye deputy ministers de wo mo atwen yemu se wo mbekọ akoku face appointment committee na wo matoto wo ma no o ma panye John Dramani Mahama nso oguso ne thank you tour or the wo atoya mantem western region eno so oguso ho na tie weyo owura no dompre ensem ni bia okokan ye ewa Ablekuma North beba jo tie
MPP adishie enye samri we ni eba beka se primary Islamic support we primary Islamic support we se wo ye MPP ni mapa na wo koto se MPP 4 ana se MPP ni any NDC ni eko a boa MPP ni no na yem bu NDC ni no kan dia hye Kristo enonyam. If the NDC led by Mahama Yariga will not be reasonable, no matter say Ablekuma North, based on all the evidence available, Yewinia, no more margin somebody to trust some they will continue. They are not going to allow the EC to collect. Asungia dia asunja mu nya bi wo parliament obiem. Bibia kire say Ablekuma North Yewini election no. Na ye pese ye hye mo bo say yen jamu muda anopa ewia ahemachi everything and anything permissible by law ye free her the next attack ye call IGP so yes na sa emperifo ebu baby sa choloy emperifo ebu baby sa sa bofra so mani mamen na bentua and so all the critical stakeholders IGP Electoral Commission biara ye be ye kosisa ye be declare ye nu akua free ye wo ba be kan ho parliament no ye be hwe se be ye dai ye be ye se IGP aye na adwen se obeye hwe han na nkrofoi akoso di nkwasiasam etutu asam a we will continue to demonstrate me demonstration so me papa and I say me here demonstration a chair and I'm a council do demonstration ain't it so I'm penny to penny no I'm fa dia into baby adapeko. Yeah, share nimu say we are giving the EC 1 week. 1 week. 1 week, 7 days. The EC must come and declare our candidate as the winner of the Ablekuma election. Abusia, enya dia ya babaji bibia tum. Anybody been in the mafichre? Anna, we have to rerun the elections. You better assign to Abani BM. NDC for any Guasia. So why we need election now? Why do you destroy the pink sheet? What's say why we need election? Other anything I'm peja added to electoral materials anymore. Munjira painting. Ojanko Poka home. Ablekuma North is for the MPP. We are winning, and I idea about winning.
Okay. Abusia ene awuti ye. Eye majority chief whip mrashe bedwane ensawom ado ejiri your friend honorable Frank Anodompre ono no odi edomanim eko Ablekuma enyo no mom ne die ya mami patience da pa mama part ena odi edomanim mrashe bedwafo no eko Ablekuma North eko hwe the situation e wo ho Neno na okoye no se wo susu se NDC fo no boro MPP fo. Eno ite se wo ye MPP ni. Na okoto se NDC ni buru wunu a mommoro no bi. Mombirim ne papa. Asamo. Ay. Ose mombirim ne papa. Abusuya na bebo ye wo comment bi a fa ko Facebook Neat 100.9 FM. Neat 100.9 FM. Ose mombirim ne papa. So but the point is Honorable Frank Anodompre eva minimum pa mo be ka ye bibi na me interview na me say meka ebra na we use golf 2 no golf 2 na black color sabre no ye youth organizer ewo Eastern region na me so na me ye adwuma wo Life FM na menini di dwuma pa menim say the youthful exuberance na ewo ne mo ye ba no no ba no don pre zansem we de anya no na ye de pe wi no wan kan ye kra seze wo sha mabunu no kutu paso am kwakon tokwa na me de entokwa sam de wo kan tokwa na mra kwan da ho de a me no mo nya adwen o highly condemnable say mabunu MPP mabunu ni NDC fo no emfa kosi ani enu ti na Mr IGP me ka kire wo no me say ye nhwe ni ye na ya nhwe ni ye a honorable anodon prince am akwakoka wa Blekuma North ya wie ye nim de be free akira ba o nipa hu ansana se matesa abatu ye wo court abatu onso de won te ho asanya court na edeko eyentokwa na eyentokwa na abatu de won te ho ase a odi a de se obekukiri na odi akọ na ko do court na wama eye emra na aye adwuma say ye kan winim say Dr. Rashid Tanko computer na metie no ewo CTFM ono so sam okeka no ono so esumuja e de agu ne supporters so eti me say papa IGP da metesa Blekuma North BBS wo ho eda ye betena radio yi so anya me be ma ya hoden a ye betese BBS wo Blekuma North ema moja bi ahwi agu wo ho no ye be keka en ho pa ye be keka ansa metese ye keka anhwe ne ya miwi age madwuma mpanyin yi madi because me nim de tese ye tena wa na Blekuma North 3 polling stations 3 enu ti ama Blekuma North enei akwakwaba ni say ya onoba no don pre hye na gitafo kutupa Dr. Rashid computer so hye na gitafo kutupa asemni da bibi besi wo hono mo a esefata say ya electoral commission banokra wo mu ni say masa electoral commission for no kra wo ma bre ese ye ka de no kra no en electoral commission for beso mu ko wiem en ele wo mo beso ko wiade be wo abeka sa bia boa enye no kra mo me kan no kra kakra ma ye tim asa amanyo sem ti en kan no kra za de amanyo sem ti ye tim kan no kra kakra asem ne da kra ye si ye tim nka mo amanyo fo ya MPP ni NDC fo ya na mo dia bom MPP NDC fo ya na mo kwa hyehye mumu bio suspectedly well mini ho dance here be enipa bonefo bi adwen bone wo mutiri mambofo SS afo no enye mrasema esake ye tie wo no ye hye wo nim sabi nyansa ena mo kokko hye electoral materials adam say yenim de ekoso ana enipa bonefo bio mo a wo nyina ye politically affiliated so wo free de minim ena mo kokko hye electoral materials and no man ye pese your man is one constituency Ebediano one constituency polling stations aka ni nyina ye miensa pew eno na edi aba be wie die ewie eno na onoba anodon pra kwa kokan MPP fo no enjina omanan so no mo ne omafefo nko anti onoba anodon pra wo ka kire wo mo se modi amunya abotre obi de ntokwa ba de menfie no ye de asem no ewo court eti ye de be court na kwa kodi ana ye de se wo ka ne sa ana ye de minority chief whip in Sauma do ejiri mrahye bedwani ono ba no don pro ka ne sa ana ye de o ka ne sa ana na ka ye de wan wani to yase mo supporters yi emudodo na ye gullible emudodo na sebe manu hyesumu na wo mo nwe nkwa akire yes na odwe nkwa akire a na ka ye ka che ose kokontokwa na odi akire kokontokwa na odwe no no munyansa be na wodrim emu bi sa na omutie o eti wo keka kan sem bi say ya na saafo na wo mu nteme nwe nkwa akire no na wo mu di akire na makwa akọ ntokwa wo mu bekọ na makwa akọ ntokwa na moja ahwi agu moja ne hwi agu ya na ye ba bekem afi na ba be na police afi na ba be na yisi esu na ye mo na makọ ntokwa Dr. Rashid Tanko computer ono so ne ensem okan Aden ese gobanisa. Aden ese gobanisa. Mama yanhwe bibi yo. Mama yanhwe bibi ye because amanyo asem ne ye mama yanka no kakra wo. Eto no abo anodon pre mesrew. Sesem we akoka idea yes highly condemnable. Sesem we do koka sesem we say. Mama kwa amano so na mini komo bi sisi ye. Mene eye Nana Kwadwo Abam. Nana Kwadwo Abami oyobi a owo eye ekuo bi mo a saa kuo no wo mo de nsem bi aba betudwa. Na ensem omde aba betudwa no yenya ne tie se yokofo kra no atonsa e dia from. Na ye free ekuo no eye Forum for Development and Accountable Governance. Nana Kwadwo Abam ewa homano so. Kwadwo amadwo.
Yo me nyame. Ye di nchi e mo suma ipo.
Ete sen
Mini abako.
ye da nyame ase. Na Forum for Development and Accountable Governance. Yanya ne tie se yokofo atonsa de afrem. Meba cho e de ba sema.
Yo mini no play. The Forum for Development and Accountable Governance on the 28th of January 2025. Press conference. Na press conference not Ghana Port and Harbors Authority. Some corrupt bills be a coursework. And based on documents that have come, first get in some metric. And the getting some as part of the human record the local further investigations to establish the efficiency of the issue based on press conference. And the anything for after the and no caucus
Okay, Kwadwo jina baby oni ate wo kan ya ma wano na ye clear kakra. Enti ensem amode tuja e wo Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority. Se mususu se keta ahye bi no ne ade bi akoso. Anything that yokofo afrem no.
Sada we share in now. A lot of them some of the back when the serious background of track or the actual trailer in Qatar and toss let's say some 10 tracks be war Ghana Port and Harbors yard man and yeah small machines this are big beauty equipment and as a car some be a small port work now the one say 10 of them are I be there you who be attacked and as a trailer afa and you your lecture that command the report there so answer me them but this is investigation there and caught if you the friend which packer put the number is the RA3517 and also almost from either repair into engine but almost a pet no auction stuck on the map private or individual. Then the issue is a conflict of interest. With the next month now, they went back to rent the same stacker for activities within the Ghana Port and Harbors Authority. Now, so we next stacker that you're doing there, why do you auction it and go back to rent it? Hello?
Me was pa.
So we have stacker that you're doing. How do you Or why do you okay a private entity, then go back and rent it on a higher one price? Because once other private entity auction and what one man we'll go back to the rent. Yeah, I mean they come at a cost to the organization. It's a conflict of interest reason. Union every day that woman that I'm talking about the bottom yet and you know yeah the end of the day then between 2029 and some 2029 then about in the year 2029 I'm gonna do some trailers Emma Tama MMS T3 say I'm going to repair, use and repair. The sound of Saya before more younger America within 1 year. Between that almost 5 years down the line. Sa trailers will American mean trailers are you. Then see I say that the trailers no almost the at 5 hours more top. And see because now one day it declares that trailers not 5. And I said, what protesters went into the determination of the trailers and scrap and top. So there are a number of issues there. Another issue has to do with the Concra Inland Force Project. And the factor, the open bank can't for us. It's been a something they don't. And see, it's not the bureaucracy. Economic development time officer. Not ever document I don't any police will be been put bizarre. The normal further investigating.
Ain't who why senior research fellow at the Forum for Development and Accountable Governance. Meaning say more a young crate dia dance here. A normal okay you know to say Katati Shebia. I call me to prove the ama yoko. A bromatos are from me.
Many as I say, what by a press conference media. We even showed some of the documents where you have PowerPoint presentation and they projected some of the evidence now adding. Here was our press conference party. And so every allegation that is being made from the field, we have documentary evidence to support it. And so you are able to say, allegations are not claiming the Tibiano, the madam says, that's your fight.
All right. Na take you for how long? And I'm to me, yes, thank you, me, and who say, dear Cosini.
And yeah, one day investigation, in fact, investigation before the election, but long as the way we have one or two documents that we don't come out to, make noise and so to establish, say, the mission of the environment that are conflict. That's water. And yeah, which made up and attack them. And so the investigation stretched over 3 months before after left scrap. So after election, it was enough. And now we've been able to gather enough to come out. And the investigation is not one day investigation. It stretches over 3 months.
Okay. Now, my son, one other story be Dr. Gideon Boakon, one more press conference on Moya indicating, say, acting governor of Bank of Ghana, one more echo notify IMF, one more who say, face criminal charges for that matter, and to say JDM, a bonny day. Marriage issue on anything.
And just press conference, Dr. Gideon Boakon, so the next Africa, because first, Dr. Gideon Boakon, say, upon the Council of State in Constitution, and I said, he informed me the man cannot hold himself out there as a government, not acting back. It's not to wait for the advice from the Council of State answer. Now, if I no woman move abroad, your former president, and not Dr. Fado, I went to Madame Ado, the former administrator of common fund. So the woman was appointed under the same circumstances and the similar fashion. As I come in very informing council of state, no. The president, I'm not that time, you know, and as I bring the best of the Wako and after me, any now, send that president for this quarter general. Now, I mean, that say, as well we plan to call and make clear on an video pronouncement on it. That are the trial case between government against one other. Against the for the Papa Supreme Court to pronounce on this. And Supreme Court came out clear. Say the advice from the Council of State remains an advice. It is not mandatory. It is not binding on the president. Therefore, the advice from the Council of State is inconsequential to whatever decision the president makes. Which is the advice the Council of State to us, but the president died and that's that advice cannot overturn the decision from the president or the decision by the president. And for Dr. Waku to come out to hold on to this, you must say, is either I just say the or is just being mischievous, pure and simple. Then again, each in a purpose or the day after Dr. Slamaye, potential criminal convict. And Jim yeah, former president is the Kufa, and the Napa, Attorney General of Madame. Almost been paid to the court for how many years they did the investigation, some did the Amoy.
But sad debate of how many years, and irrelevant because how many years are 70 the criminal charges are 70 years.
Yes, it's on that. And you know, if you depend the media, when to improve what time of what for how many years? For so many years, the bar, the Obakaya, 2 extra men found for Omuchi. If you wouldn't be there is a good body, and I think that I got more evidence, and I said, this are 8 years of the Gamma, and come on, and come to the if you about with that, no, I can rather be dear and never uncle. I give you about today, because on the court, there is court in some over court, to be a criminal.
Okay, hello. Oh. Anyway, Abusani ane aye Nana Kwadwo Abam, oye senior research fellow edema aye Forum for Development and Accountable Governance. Oni ane kasa na komonu mono yoko fa tonsan frɛ omo because one must say a dream bi akoso e Ghana Ports Authority. Enunti wo ho evidence a wo de kwa akoma yoko na ne ebisa say enti mo evidence na mpa e wo ho mo evidence na mpa e wo ho enti ye no na ye no edi e ho enkomo no na yanhwe eye sadia medi ka advertise ye no ye ne empanyefo management e wo 2M Express ye no mba bedi nkomo because ye to abawie ye ni anya ne tie se wo ma na mrantie bi aba ho na wo ma ba beka se wo mo bedi bibi o 2M Express wo mo yi wo mo ka sin free ho wo mo ye den yo Dr. Steve Ediakon oye CEO edema 2M Express o ha se dog jama kwa ba se
nyame anu mboko nya
ye den yakopan se Joseph Oben general manager 2M Express aye kan transport company ashanko ne abedie ense ya yenim die dimpa wa hudim 2M Express dia be mo makakra ono so general manager ono so ewa ha so Oben Joseph amakwa baba we no
ya eja
on ti say
I'm not being here pa
ene akopan say na aye kwabene jan so aye Greater Accra manager edema aye 2M Express kwabene ti say
Yami adom.
Abomuti. Bibi ekoye.
Bibi ekoye.
Etu express adwuma ekoso.
Yami adom bibi ekoso na oye no bi na ato ye.
Mama says I'm very free CEO. Dog, Edena SC, yet to abawie, what is going on? Edena ekoso to express company.
Yo, Minya, Medase. I mean, take these opportunities now. I mean, share with TFO. 2M Express. Started a Jumano somewhere 2018. And the year Juma baby terminal Ewo Accra Circle. Your terminal Bakoso Kumasi. And your service center and so Kumasi Denyame. Until December 7th, your 12 around the 8th, 9th one. Any nyanti bi say emrantie bi abo ahye wonom say omo aban na ebentu omo ba no mo so abeji ho no mo so abeyi adwuma ye to abawie ye no ye to abawie na December 8 wonom no enti ye fra police for mo ba ho omo ba ye no omo pam omo koy eno omo yense de omo ampani siso a omo besan ba na honom no
mo fra police for ba no omo be pam omo so omo ko
police for ba honom omo don be kasa no omo fi ho. But that time, no one say you don't buy this one. Beba. If you say a honor, buy now, but to babaji. Until on the 7th January, I die a day on my penisi suna. And I'm young to yes, be go be say, move stop poor Jumano, no more be far off because net tea that sana. I want to know my idea. No more squatters. Net tears as squatters. And I yen ba honum be cleaning ho be ye ho enti no o ma ban ba o mo sa beje ho abetena ho enti ye fra police for ba ho be bre o mo ba o mo ntimi anche nipa ba akokora e kire o mo ka kire say I say ye party full soldiers e kom de o mo nti empe bibi mo o mo no mo nyae
why na ka sa che ho Bozifo
no
Bozifo na ka sa che
yes.
Say one more party full so then to pay bibi fama.
Yes.
And your momo private company no.
Private company.
Obi ababedi sem hunu ababe wura ho no. Number 1 Bozifo no buy no one no be kasa no ka so monko.
Yes.
Unlawful entry. One man intimi activate bibia. And number 2 one ka say okay mo dey ye kwa ye the president is we beba. And na one dey o ma panyin is so that day na o ma ba ho no Bozifo no be advice here. One say mo pay bibi mo na mo dey o monko.
Yes. But the end is a police for no buy no and for so for reinforcement. Enti omo be gu obo nipa be 200. That's the police for now who dey here dey. Eduru sa. Enti omo ye say ye no omo leadership no nkasa. Na omo bi se bibi no ye no omo nkasa no omo fi ho.
See you as I'm working on. What dey to asuna kasa.
Enti initially me say me no me pese me share wom to mo ya we no ka say omo ye harmless omo nya ibia am say okay and omo share me Otesano police station na me no mo enkasa ti me ko twen mo Otesano police station grounds omo ba na ye assemblyman of the area omo friend Noble and another one person be was also friend of Hubert Hendrich also ye NDC ni wo AMA Woman the bishop I said boys no woman boys into number pam woman to yempe we mom no pam enti ye no mo ko san hyehyɛ no ɛna ade akyi ye no masan ba biem ɛna me from busa am say mo be ka kyerɛ say mo boys no nti mo pam mo ye den no masan ba biem ɛna mo say mo frɛ mo be frɛ no mahwɛ wo mo ho no no to mo frɛ me ka kyerɛ me say wo boys ni de wo ma pam wo mo na wo mo ho no no mo say ohini bi ye frɛ me Jomo chief Joma chief and asma wom enu nti on de omunim ho hwe back and forth yes the police for ba afraid police for afraid Joma chief so on suma obi a kiri na je say boy back o yi na ni was say on na on friend chairman Yusuf Ayarega on no say on na di animu na oba ho no nti so far bibi action bi ekoso bi a on na di animu ya ne no ye ntutu ye say mo fi onum na asomdwe mra na yi no still ya da so gina mu a
enra mo samba ho
enra om samba ho the tell ni say your lawyers also call court ekoje injunction to serve them enti enra belief no be hwe wo mu te say belief wa be hwe wo mu no na say abiri wo mu kro Anything no, almost our best stop bibia. Until up to now no.
Okay. Omunyina so ne say. Almost the same.
Omunyina so ne say omo party na aba. Bebia en ho edom kwa be ye. Anything no, almost omo ba no ma beje. No almost abeye adwuma wo.
Na we won. Okay. Enti almost one party na aba so private company to express. And I'm saying na the late me amenyonko pa Daniel Ochama Boaje de enti no. Woman him say be belonging to the NPP. That is why they are acting.
That's
in this madness, eh?
Yes.
And the police for be two omofo. Say womanko. And na womoko no masaba.
Masaba.
And the police intiminchi obia.
Intiminchi obia.
Obi operating the business. But so how did you acquire a hono? Kwame Zambazo acquire
a honum no ye call honum no near new plan for no na ye call do honum. But who say na say ntase nya adwuma papa. Enti private person bi ano no honum o honum krata ne no ne ko agreement no de mai. Ono lease ane kura no e no jai mai. Enti no de call railway so say railway for na de man no. To de call railway so na railway so ti say yes. Onom de man no. Ye de no de esa akọ himfie ayi ankrafo himfie ma ohene no so my consent. Say ono so nsa hyase. Enti before ebe for ye kwa himfie ye kwa railway ho ansa na nipa no ye gi ni lease no. Enti nkrata mu de ye kura krata bi e de operate wo that area.
More krata. But some way temporary because there be amesu be do am be say so you reactivate your railways here. Some we free home.
And the honor be a temporary structures.
Okay, so it was agreed.
Yes.
Some baby it should be a temporary structure.
Temporary structures, yes.
It's not more one crater to that effect.
One crater be a designer honor AMA and the Myers are temporary design.
Approved AMA.
Approved AMA, Omni Myers are permit.
Some on fine side design. Now that you know, ever say your vampo railways now. What you told my dear free?
Yeah, structures in Ohonia is far away from the railway line, except a Nimuhonia, there parking lot, and just a cars parking on them. But toilet facility is very far away from the railway line, and the BIA terminal also, even the temporary structure, and so you're very far away from the railway line, so that a baby do not a railway for a year. Blocks near the 20 be a few honum. That's a honum no a kind of hammer to medium person may be on the
Okay, I will say I need the management of the 2M Express. And now, aiding common, in say you're to a baby. Ranty be one more from who said 1 more year in DC4. Now, one saw my buyer benty, a year no maco, one more some coji, one more cost of poor money, you want my baby to us. Now, greater Accra manager, your friend John. No more bar, one more some more cars and one more 4 more cars and ran now say. Momo cars na wo na no mo be pa mumu nipa na wo no mo de cars na ya adwuma.
Ke we dem so makwe de wadaroma mesero na matchia wetiefo nyina etie ni TFM enwumre. Semia obusami enkofo ne baaye no. Me na me wo ho. Atin se omo be test pulses edi kan ehwe. First of all, omo di kan baaye no. Omo di kan ba se yen cars bia esisi wo. Sa cars ne ye aban cars. Abras hackers no kwanye 2M Express edia. Eno so ye a private man because otoya wodema STC. Se omomfanya adwuma. Na atin se tawantawa bi eba ho. Na cars ni nyina apake wo STC yard mu ewo awudome. Na recently ye last 1.5 year ago ensure flooded ewo graphic road ho. And then move all the cars no edeba 2M Express hono be dabra ye dia momu no omutua ka busumi bia eti omuba ya ye frɛ enkofo ye omu di omu prove omu document akire omu no ana omu hu sɛ enye 2M Express de edia efiri ho biom no ana omu dani omu ani ede ba sɛ high tension na esi ho no eye aban asase na high tension no esi so eti ene de wo high tension asibia aban de enti ye move free ho ye come so ye the document show me say even Greco for high tension na si wo no kra no ye akwa that place we no na high tension na si wo to mu de be si wa afibia no Greco for e wo say omuma 2M Express esika a omu kra no omu ntia because ye nim say ɛsɛvo yɛ nyinaa wɔ hɔ ma yɛ light nti yɛntwe yɛ adwene nkɔ so afi deɛ bio omu se omu toilet bia na ɛwɔ hɔ a yɛyɛ ba yɛyɛ bubu no saa toilet no mum na omu ba bɛgye fi sɛ yɛyɛ si yɛ deɛ ɛso ɛwɔ hɔ. Now when we cast our mind back to way back 2015 you say it's a toilet bisi wa anana bibisi wa eye Oko Vanderpoy and a demolition from that place now all the way cry to Amasaman and yet even po a second po it ye to MS pese ba ho no yen bubu obi ade ana say yen se obi a ehwe ewo ho anan kofo yi atu yeso sa ewo ene Accra to MS pese premises
enti say no a series of issues high tension no aban cars ni bi na won be hu say cars nde na yemo dia e hon de omu jai na mo cars na mo use no de nde omu ma ho
ye cars na ye use no first omu di kan e ba ya no mu kasa nde omu bo ye je cars ni nyina si ho especially me pa because me na me di anima me ye manager wa me pese me kiro mu say ye woni ema we ye wo way in place then send me no mu kasa di na me da forma ye butu me ya bo me papa e wo ho ti omu hu say afi de cars ne de enye wo mu dia ana even pokra na sase ni nye wo mu dia so a ene ye mfiri ho ne ye nja bibia ho na omu nko
officially my logic complain
ya logic complain
e de ma Ghana police
me pa chan
ana Ghana police was say wo mu nye obi anche
eno so ho no me jaya ma me see wo na me see wo yi saa ho no ano ama ye
Ghana police see you also officially my logic complain de
Yes,
ma my logic no way
your lodging or central.
Accra Central.
Accra Central, yes.
And now, one will say, one will not be anti.
Omo ba ho no went me anchi nipa ba ko kra.
One be two on. Hey, you're running a go bon, Eddie. And no more no more somebody. I'm not telling to me by your reinforcement.
Yes.
But what him say you Ghana ni baby I want bon ben you ate. Because you know these things yet radio so live. Say no ma we no nyina na ekọ so no. Aban bi beba, aban bi beko na isemhunu we na esen ekọ so. Ale wo abon ho ban. Because one journey ya, one mo ban na nipa bi sei, say obi prewa e bia ye breadwinner obusuya mo. Police for be bombe tu omo be catch so omo. Tie de omo kenyo. Na de omo ken me kra me hye me program ya se maka. Say IGP na den na omra ntie nti politically esem hunu na ekoso nti IGP hu yon. Ana ye de to wa na ye de to na ye hwe ne sa. Obi private company. Maso am ho akọ. Mo kwa je. Nyansa be ne wo. Zade nyansa be ne wo. Nyansa de nipa no. Nyansa. Obi private company wo say ya ban dia. Na say baby am no kra na mra ma ho kwan se mo wo hwa. I believe say enya wo na wo say to me no. AM ne authorities or say so mo je no mpa mo free. Sure. Nti enya wo na gwago jan say gwago to obi afri. Enra time no ba your brother say obi enra time no ba
okay nti e fa say enra bailiffs ne ba ho be 10:30 nti omo koe na
is omo timi say wo omo
timi say wo omo ba
na mo be hu ba bi omo de ade say o ma no ma ba mo ni ba bi omo te bailiff ni ba bi omo de
ni me say omo wo
mo jiji bi contact numbers ana
yeah wo e bi no contact numbers. You see, the engagement has been going on from 7th now. You know more than command. The contact numbers there.
Every 7th January now. It's more numbers in the bill.
Yeah, your contact numbers in the bill.
I'm a fair mommy producers. Sure. Now you just say, you bet me afraid. Yeah, be some say, one more look or say, private company, one more call. Say, one more air quack. Okay, so arrangements been on my. Because they say police want bar, one more year. No ma ba be tu omo. They say my branch e kura o say wo mu biri mini. O kura say ka akọ medical report. What go report officially?
Send your bro isi me call ye there. I'm just say me call hospital because
as e dey grow man anymore. Oh my pa ni Ghana. Eti arrangement be na say mo e.
Ye guswa ni abamu mpanifo edin komo. We've sent several petitions.
Okay.
office of the president.
As I say, Greater Accra Regional Minister, but more competition. No. Why?
We've sent so many.
Because now you're the chairman of the Regional Security Council. Immediately, say, so about take you over. But for petition, come.
We even have a copy of the petition that is waiting for us to serve her office. You'd be out for the presidency, you'd be out for vice president office. Yama BNI, Yama National Security.
That's a good microphone.
Yama, all the necessary institutions are on mine bia any paper here, any moment. I serve on petitions. Because as a law-abiding institution, you say be genuine. Yamfa kwati kwan bia so enye ade bia enfra. Nti na ese ye bia no yaye. Na ade ba kwa say nyina ye ne so ye private institutions omo contribution to the development of the country. E ade ese nyina omamu nipa nyina etimi sorigina na omo tie the ekoyechi. Se be ya enne e 2M Express. Ochina ye bia na ye different institution. Na den na ye sabe na ye twa to ho ama ewiase nyina ehu afa ye ho wo oman mu se oma akoma pa se on be bia adwuma ama young graduates enya bia ye no se ye omu sei dia ochina bi no de be na ebisi nti yesre yegusua ye ne aban empanifo engagement all the institutions we are still engaging with them almost say no more negotiate. We want peace, we want the business.
Now, what kind of negotiations? Not one more kind of. It's that mama muskana. Mama boy is in this case. When you go, you
Oh yeah. The first day, yeah.
First day, we is kind of mom.
We gave them 10,000.
Hey, mama, 10,000.
Yes.
They got 100 million. So when you go, did it? And no more coin, no more sambai.
Sambai.
Some police work on someone yenisa. Some police for advice someone yenisa now.
The thing is, the dear Nimono say, ye ba honum no toilet facility or no sound or mosque ever. And then no sound kiosk or honuma no didi home.
But so toilet facility or mosque or kiosk or didi home. Now say you legally acquired that. You come with your documentation. 2M Express by also much as a man how many years now? Because 2018. Time will be 2018. So we are talking about 7 years down the lane. It is also said now we must be on will be a juregu legally acquired or toilet facility legally acquired. And no, yet this time there's a about say, "Mam 10,000 amigo." And that's not talk to me. Yan send him. The how can Yan send him? It's me. When Yan send him, yeah, we have to say it as it is. So. And normally be over. I said, "They are okay." I was says, "I know catch the wa." Nyansa ba go create him. You see,
this is what he said in front of the regional commander. What did I say? That was the first time or come on, Meti said, "Nebi bi ho na edeme ibubuye." So in the wisdom of the regional commander, he says, if it's a compensation issue there, then we should go and sit down and see how much compensation we will give him. But what it is that demolition was not done by us. He said it was done first by Okuvandapoi in somewhere 2015, 2016.
But to prove documents be
no documents, nothing.
Because compensation, it must be documented. It must be documented. And say, compensation, no. Then can be so much Italian or Tramaba Friday.
No picture.
Me back about 10,000 because then Holland in exam say Mama 10,000 for what? Holland my don't know more than 10,000 pounds on Vanguard. Not just a more pass from the police will fall into me and situation now you overwhelmed about 10,000
as a company say 2M Express no. Yeah, dream say okay, pesa anta wantawa nkofobia ba be no mo dia yesa. Okay, party boys no more, party boys no more, kadia. Let's give you guys this and leave because he say 2M Express. You move customers, edi umutu kwai. Na obi ame tuanshe, obi papa no obi mame so. Na wa mi probi wanted me de mamo. Na ye jamo samonko. Say na umu adwene fofre techira. Omode be yes ane mawe. Oh.
Okay. And so far, I said America na security arrangement be na my. But the amu ye nra won ba ho. Is a moon in mobile radio see you cram and can some and some are no shady children. I am no mess and baby. Yeah,
Bob police for Pumukromuma, Omon fire phone, Omon phone. obi amoa ye frɛ o mo ba ye frɛ ne ade obi amfi
as if I'm dreaming I'm in your program. I just say what is happening no. It's I say Radenya Kopo. Okay. It is say no they say munim they say pass about radio so. And the ochina minim action be about how are you protecting mo patrons one me ba ho adwumayefo say kwan ben so see o and no be na dey go for because they who can there akwa bibia o say dey na maye why internally mo security arrangements be na maye because me who say dey mo can there asem we them say you be free to find out from the region. I say you dey ye na ye dey mam na dey mo can there I don't get it. It is say arrangement be na maye
I say ye ne a party mpanimfo no ekasa no mo aso invite wo mo afro mo akwoshin wo mo enti that is what is holding the guys because omo mpanimfo afro wo mo akwoshin wo mo say de omo ye no
but mpanimfo na confirm say boys ni NDC fo ana because you know be na boys be omo na number be no ma ba o
omo ye NDC for full soldiers. This is the investigation. They know them. When they come, they know them. Oh, this is way. Oh, way ye nimuno. They know them. They know them.
Okay. It's internally security arrangements.
Internally, we have our security at the terminal already, hired by us. And I yes, I use party for no to ward these people up. And you may cry, movie abahon no ma because I'm more people.
And you may know almost
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they have took over our public toilet, since I saw president in. As at now, I can say, omunete waje revenue.
Public toilet na mo amasi.
Yeah, public toilet. Ghana water.
This kind of one rent that account.
Muna gisika no ye ko ho mu di tuo chesi ye drivers room a omoda. Drivers for ne be ho no mu rest bibia omo take over. Asesa drivers for ne niama. Chese enemo bo ye ho no wi wa obekọ akire obi a ye hu se we 2M express ne bia ye bebo epirawo. Ghana water omo atapu omo water. E de akọ akire ho no mu twinso illegally. Ye meter omo tutu ye meter wo ho di meter foforo abobọ ho atwetwe light ni nyina illegal omo de adwuma
a control facility
and then yes a control facility no omo tu afiri ho de agye omo niam basa ene wo ho obo amani a obi amfi ye mpanyimfo no omo de anim no sabi it took a bit more 5 good years for people to convince them to come to Ghana to invest. And the people they have their peace of mind omo ready say omo ba Ghana. And we be invest say Ghana for sebi yen so ye benya adwuma youth na yen so yaye ene se say na echo na oman aban betu na aban beba na say na bekọ de a ene na sebi obi amfra brochire e ma me invest e wo Ghana bi mu obi enu obeba
say mo public toilet o ma take over eti obi ba 2M express wo no pe be bia nan a tika no kwakutu ama saa enkrofo no
oba and the wu rap public toilet no so 2M express a me say wuntimi nwura ho ehonye obi akwa no aba no 2M express dey na wose ye bow mu amane de ekoso wo tibi mu ho kra na ye mpese ye bese ye brand de begu ye ho ani masinte no na direct mu ko STC.
Okay, it is a say ye ka say wo ma take you over na wo ma te ho
excellent
internet na nwumre kra go so your operations
wo ho 24/7 and the moto yi di akoni aba moto yi yete so 3 yete si 2 se kan hye ho e di akoni aba ni
asama mo ke serious okay enti for say afi no wa join here ye the management team of 2M express ye privately owned company company ankra adwuma one more pretty transport one more circle hope na one attack na more other your friend is stations hope circle there ne Accra there no okay and name rantie bi a one from so mo NDC for one makọ wa just say ye ka say from 7th January we take you over public toilets near there no from 7th January I'ma take you on my public toilet or my call so I'm going to ade no so I'm free home so I'm not free home a whole lot of things. Akɔso apolisifoɔ abɛma wɔn kɔ ana wɔn atu wɔn fo sɛ wɔn nkɔ. Polisifoɔ no kora tumi advice CEO sɛ wɔde ɛbɛyɛ wɔn yɛ party boys ɛkɔm de wɔn ti pɛ bibi ma wɔn. CEO ɛkɔpɛ 10,000 kora de ma ɛno na nkosi aga. As we are speaking now, no, so the boys are there, and the police are sitting down watching. Obama said BBC bye. Now police form the statement eba. Yeah. Well then I mean me and the interview no. My case we able to as what it. It's mommy and the interview. See you that's it. My company for 10 Now as on my near no. It seems yeah no ma biara sa so the yeah ende no. Your friend is saying Joseph Oben. Yeah, that's how no ma ahwe yie. Na nti omo take manager, omo take we nti omo the security for no how are they coordinating?
Yeah, send ye hwe no security for no bia ewo ho no. Omo ba send ye omo so nam ho a no so omo komo ko se omo boye kra na security for no ntimi ma ho because wo ye hwan wo try pe.
It's one that just say asekan hye omo hu se asekan hye omo.
Asekan hye omo ho omo nu wi wa kire wa ni nti wo ne hwan na wako. Me am te wanim sese of ase mo TV so na hu me a me be ma ne say am ko gina san kofo we anim. Enya adwuma. Ye di kan bo me first one. Eti ye sa akwa animu bie mu abeti securities for ni nyina so kura suru. So mbe konkofo ye anim.
Yeah, so Madam I say but you be further investigations, you be further follow-ups. Now you're finding out. Why? See you. Yeah, that's it. See you on your friend Dr. Steve Bediakon. See you the ma a 2M Express. And I Joseph for being a general manager. Edema 2M Express on also Owaha. And a year Greater Accra manager a year 2M Express. On also your friend of Cabinet Giant. Babinanson Owaha. Intina, as I said, they are air coso no. Inti say a normal way in air coso. Na better na akwa bibi awo ho a say yeka so boys here take you over washrooms na nyamo na musi here and I will take you over it is a better let's see how it goes. Okay, I was here Torchlight fully packed said America you know and now Oti regional organizer of the new patriotic party wa your friend Felix Ade. And I am a young queen, your friend Mr. Green. You want the charge? You want the charge? But say you can waba. But say man waba. Mr. Green, so your secretary, the man Ablikuma not. Na ekwana honorable another president says we do too ya. Etimuntie and everybody come up pamping.
MPP adishie. Enya samri we ni eba beka say primary Islamic supporti way. Primary Islamic support way. So we MPP ni mapa. Now we to say MPP 4 and now say MPP ni any NDC ni ekwa. Bua MPP ni no na yambu NDC ni no. Can't ya share Christo and Wunyam. If the NDC led by Mahama Yariga will not be reasonable, no matter say Ablekumanov. Based on all the evidence available, Yewinia, no more margin somebody to trust some they will continue. They are not going to allow the EC to collect. Asunjia dia asunjamu nyebi wa parliament obiem. BBA chrese Ablekumanov Yewini election no. Na yepesi ahyamu bo se yenjamu muda.
The best station in the capital.
Anopa ewia ahemachi. Everything and anything permissible by law. Yefriha, the next attack, you call IGP so. Yes. Now, sir, Impenifo Ebu baby sir, Chaloy. Impenifo Ebu baby sir, sir, Bofraso money my men na. Bentua. And so, all the critical stakeholders, IGP, Electoral Commission, bibi biara yɛbɛyɛ kɔsi sɛ yɛbɛ declare yɛnua kue fie wɔbɛbɛka yɛn ho parliament no yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛyɛ dɛn yɛbɛyɛ sɛ IGP ayɛ na adwen sɛ ɔbɛyɛ hwɛ han na nkurɔfoɔ yi akɔ so adi nkwasiasɛm aturutu asɛm a we will continue to demonstrate me demonstration so me papa and I say me here demonstration a chair and I'm a council do demonstration ain't it so I'm penny to penny noa I'm on fire there to baby a dapper yeah share nimusa we are giving the EC 1 week 1 week 7 days. The EC must come and declare our candidate as the winner of the Ablekuma election. Anybody been in under Mefiche? Anna, we have to rerun the elections. Yepese assigned to Abanibium. NDC for and Mguasia. So why we need election now? Why do you destroy the pink sheet? What's say why we need election? Ada enti na mupeja editu electoral materials ni mo. Munjira painting. Ojankopon ka ye ho. Ablekuma North is for the MPP. We are winning and I idea be winning.
Okay. Higher need 100.9. Jumedi your friend Torchlight. Na Ablekuma North eho and na honorable no don pray and all the same way or the two jawo ho. Na all kasana na mi hu say my guy, the secretary of the constituency. Your friend Mr. Green. Na ojina nechi pampe Green I say
Mac Jerry, Yamiadum, Yamiadum, Bibia Boko. Pacho also want to say Yamiadum, Yamiadum. Yes, Isha Papa. Isha, you good say, never know where she is. Medasi, Paso, Mamma, to us where she has. Medasi, Yamisha, say, be a coye. Yamisha. And now, Udu Oti regional organizer of the NPP. Your friend Felix Ade. Big man, what say? I don't know me, small boy, don't worry. I don't know. But don't you small boy, Oti region to say? I don't know if you shapa. I feel come to here. And I'm a go ye. Boko. I'm a go so on Kakra. Boko. Jeba Bedi Oti region on common. That's right. Because we share Oyene nominee idea, they could call so. Politically saying that here. Now, if you only share elections and so, said the Anoma Etia was to say, party restructure no within the region. Saying Anoma Echo, they don't come up. But then I'm saying, fresh fish on the fire. Mamiko green, okay, green. And then at the end, a trigger the visit from parliamentary cocoa. One mobile, why, and I'm some on Rama don't pray. Ebeka, they are working. Manjari Medasi. Michio Bibia, Michia Ablekuma North for so where them in Bonito. Unim Ablekuma North and sense. Yeah. Right from the day I to Aba, ABC and Daminoka say, we don't have a representation in Parliament. And Tiama, ye dear Bobo. And you see, Aquako yese, Ebimu Pesomo Chimi and Sa, no more for 2 minutes, and run boy a home by no, or more fashion monsem, say, Danu Bino. Na ohwe Ablekuma North gaba yedema NDC eso enti eneno se ya ben akonya no kakra na se ye mampeni na eti so de ande ye mfa sa ekwan no so na ye mfa nyanyama a emfata na nse na no na ya no. In fact, se make say you run it through the processes from the day I started coalition. When you see ya the core region anya ye yes also diaba anya ye ni ade ni ya ye nyemfi ha say but yakasa masisiano I say ya bre na e wo say ye frɛ ye mpenifo our parliament. In fact omo frɛ say e de na ekɔ na ye say still ye tia na ti because court ashe IGP say Oma easy the men armed men na omuntumi yeah exactly yentumi nya declaration ya quality aba be sit but that's so court na the last statement if you court by no na say IGP emma
Bible na yentumi nya declaration na yegu so agina so ebesi enne ukọ EC website so a omode nkrata ba bonten kire se yebekọ bia na NDC fo ne de omo tanks vandalize cause mayhem disturb the peace of this country and of course in Ablekuma North. And remember the saying and easy for me to make a declaration because they fear for their lives. Almost a nipa. And even last week, minority caucus in Parliament, STG said no Ablekuma North, no government business. And on a fimwa ya jinsen company for ebeti bibia afa hono ya die and then parliamentary caucus because of omu here create free because of say we believe legitimately we have won the elections in Ablekuma North inti na was omu tu anamo ebesrayen na ye don wase pass on besrayen na omu ni yedi nkomo efa na ekọ no ho na na ye so ye waka kire omu enti pe na ye ka kire omu no omu so etumbe ka bia and then me gidi say abeye topic a eda ho a obia
sadia honorable no don break an in there one can you
but kasa sen kasa sen na one can you
o se party for no kan sem bebri anka eye ba se asem no aba be ha adwen se muhu se mo MPP for NDC buru na mo koka na ho na mo muru ni yie mo ana mo muru ni yie se e ba sa na what the perception be na what they say party for
me kra me kra me yaman ko kan more since because ya bre you see when enyama entumi engina pintin na yamfa you can say o mino to me a eboy ho ban yamfa nya adwuma this is what happens o kan boni ben pray self defense uni me bra ya bro me what TV collection center na ye bro me up to now say me nka hwe eno nkyere say makote ada e kyere say ye fa ye ho adwen e bedu baby say IGP o tie me na I am a citizen of this country and I'm telling him on this big platform on hwenye bibi ansana aye too late danu ya po
IGP yanhwehwe
I'm telling you
oh wow
of course
now solidarize
and na more important so if we appreciate say person or expedite can say process in whatever it's fine so what of this from December 7th yakwa aba January abe February mu and enye say ade we a number of constituencies and just one single constituency and for the record Ablekuma North ye coalition here
how many police stations?
Yeah, college here. I got 3 police stations. No, just three. You see, and as at now, say 3
court in the Kusi saying the time on the court.
A court. Court share say. Yambrambe to our college as at that time, 1962.
Okay.
And then Yanko pardon. Satam na court ne say IGP de meka no kra otumi buayen kakra e de our police for be buy e ma ye collect wo region ama nifi 62 wa e ba fom yes also call e do 20 something yes also koto aso ni nia na pinche ni guso ye kwa ye nya so ye sa na ye na ye tumi akoleti bi ye say ye be endia na NDC for day
to the extent that returning officer Krabeka say wa bre.
That's the point because at a point he was forced under duress. Osha Sam George videos na kona o to me ba no kind ama arrow say arrow can say. Is that how we want to practice our rule of law? It's a big shame.
More or statement of post. I
have everything. I'm telling you for the record. We have.
Yeah, you are the secretary.
We have about 90% of our original pink sheet. We also have 100% of our scanned copies of the pink sheet. So, in our.
But about saying and one more from is the presiding officers. Yes. When we say be by and better testify or can say figures in the air, ultimately deny or accept. Why? What happened?
Say why I say who say a ban say ya and Yamako so actually. Now, what about when we say we handwriting here? We see A handwriting. B handwriting, but C there who say a one as I mean it calls for some interrogations. And he clearly know they want to skew things, but however it may be, I mean, it's not a shablik man or 4 boss said, Obroni Chantro. I was the D-Day coordinator and I was in charge of the elections operations in my constituencies. And I can boldly say, our internally generated results in Ablekuma North, according to our own strong room, no, let's say, you're winning elections, no, well over 400.
According to Momo results,
yes, your collated results. And you know, everybody saying, and now say, hey, and now no, omonam krom. Asema omo kan say, you're winning election, you know, and you know, you declare. Adanu biso, omonam krom, omo to me can say, you can say, you rerun because pink sheets ni biya de buy ni ade no e bi nya authentic. Adwumboni omo chimtino omo kwase ballot box. O wa ha oti December. Awo kwase man. Adwumboni omo chimtino omo kwaje isi akasa pink sheet. Omo kwaje isi akasa pink sheet.
NDC for na kwase no. Yet but electoral materials ase. But man to say ye NDC for any question.
Anytime matches, anytime you be nyako if easy hobiano, they plan or marshal something. Yet the honor you call a day before assembly CM said, Sisiano, I was saying parties no representatives Emra na yemfa ballot boxes ninya enko easy storeroom and I say storehouse omukipi and yamano. And I say archives. Say you may call now the next minute and check and I ejato more. If you claim
we need to also masha down at
the end of the day, a dinner, more person mobema easy quina why in the juma. Let's be fair. And Yama question, I won't say a black man north. Yeah, you're pushing your boys. Yes, your boys. Say Omon Coco and I say Omon from Cosini. Yabakobia and this boys na go. Yampre. And Banisana easy for pink seat ni be a cow outside. That and you bring na yadi back collection center no. Omo now blocking main entrance. Let's say obibia into me room. It's easy. Wakoye nejuma return officer. I was say obe accounting for the pink sheet. Emma the boss. Now you to me at twice no. Now wake chile ho. Odu ona shene yeru kakra na wakofie. Enti no the next day now ebimo enya hinti ho mo adwuntu omo ba no. Omo ba no mo sanso begu say no pink seat akwa de fie no omo prima omo fama na one na block you in the first place. I mean it's not fair. It's not fair to Ablekmanot. It's not fair. Ni omo ye ni ano Jerry, they are breaching the peace. And for the record, Mami Koti Act you can say 29 section 29 of Section 207 of the Act 29. Ekwanya yesi edi and semni like ye edi dada and crofo. Already they've raised thank you posters all over the constituency. Omo yeswa omo fidi omo crofo with false news. Or say offensive conduct conducive to breaches of the peace of this country. At 207, a person who in a public space or at a public meeting uses threatening, abuse or insulting words or behavior with intent to provoke a breach of the peace or by which a breach of the peace is likely to be occasioned commits a misdemeanor. Etino nyaye ye niano etia emra ewo ho. So etino nya NDC for eyewa Ablekmanov no, they are just destabilizing the peace in Ablekmanot and to an extent the Republic of Ghana. Ya besre yendie we respect the rule of law. At sembe na yeka ne say let's allow the process to take its focus. Okay. As announced, still on the record, EC it's not done with coalition.
But and EC Kasai was eyewitness news, so no. EC representative workers and say yeah, they have the results. But exactly. I can't say wombenya the atmosphere to declare. Exactly. Case be pending because Dr. Rashid Tanko so say one more chishwa na one more 7 more.
One 7 years.
St. Johnson application.
Oh, 7 years. Omu nim your lawyer's office. Omu nim your constituency office. Omu nim your secretariat.
But are you aware say case be pending or court now?
Almost also a file appeal what they call Supreme Court. We are ever ready to be served if they want to bring us a in the first place, no court, high court, as I say, yanko wie, abana yankan wie, yanko kan wie. Enti, isi wo hu kwan se obe kan abana wie. Na so kan wie no declare na se who feels still you want to raise any objection you are at liberty to do so. Enti no mo ye ne de agrobi na omudi. Yan de ebegu so atwen na mo ye de kokobo emma easy. Any police service, especially IGP, the patrol, stand up to your tax and then make sure say near court can say provide enough security men for declaration to commence. No, just do that. Na asumdwe friend asumdwe ebiembra ablekumanov.
Okay, madam say, Mr. Green and your secretary Edema Ablekuma North constituency, but what call your Facebook so about because other way or banana your bema green or bema. It's my friend Mr. Green or your bema pa. And as all China who's a bema. And maybe I said yeah, the cocoa. Okay. And on that what's in a secretary Ablekuma North constituency. May try say my name Madi Jibril, Deputy Director of Elections said the NDC because say some way where the actually pa you don't come several here me program so but it's unfortunate I'm not reaching him. I call but Mesanka no. As and when Mesanka within the show, my friend Felix.
Malgari, on a green way. Why?
Because yeah,
okay.
Also, Otil region. And what my cousin?
Otil region Boko. I'm for the case so I the National Party, New Patriotic Party, and also yen hardworking minority in the parliament with the leadership. Yabon Abaso and my good people from Otil region. But then Chakasia, I'm on the party.
Good. Now, you have to what is saying?
Boko. I believe
NPP mo performance. Oti constituency ni nyina de NDC afa ni nyina.
Yes.
It is saying mo performance so far.
And yet efficient to me as a regional organizer. Yes, there were some inefficiencies within the party. As an organizer, I must be very frank with my people because the high hopes. Let's say Oti was going to win, and indications from all angles, HSOC was going to win. However, I'd rather discuss and propose instead of anything blaming, because when I'm an executive, I believe say whenever Ibrahim that the organizational structures ama and Nema and con the way we wanted, and then the other pressure from the other sides as well. By in all, I believe say we've done what we could do on the ground with the boys, and I believe say I must be grateful to them. On my idea in the region, the boys and party boys they did what they could. And Nyama was here, it's me, but elections in the Osia ban, at least.
The reason Tia more lots Uti region. Okay.
Yes, because yes. Maybe Messiah said before then I had my own plans, and those plans did work otherwise because I share baby to say somewhere like the island Krachia a dominated area. So to me, me shall say many party need join say those areas strategically we need to rely on the airways as much. Or share be by extension is an airway area. Doesn't make them say the airways doesn't like the party. They like the party, but approach. Until anymore bro honma, because social tribal dynamics now, airways now any account for the dominating area now, and then the other tribes too as well. Until Sunday man na yenema equity I believe say many party na able cooperation with the party authorities, and we'll be discussing some of these things at length because one of the strategies are still may amend there in future our uphold because Oshe and two. Strengthening of the party base, so there affect party, no.
Okay.
That means there was the government party cohesion did not happen the way we wanted it to happen. So it was one of the major things a follow Emma and Emma be etimi ka actually. Nti Emma bi ro a ka ho few a metimi outline. The strength NDC for the nya last minute the pompi guma affect young resource now. But overall, yeah, I would say within the party has done its best. I would also applaud the national campaign team, the national executive, the regional executives, and then together we'll be our I'll acknowledge them. By then, the strategies I'm going to adopt will be discussed with the party hierarchy within these few coming days.
Now, share a year party committee one more year, Juma, within the region of about.
Yes, on more Abba, but I was in
Professor Michael Quay committee.
Patwine. But on by with
one be engaged on crop for the year.
Yes, but as a regional organizer, now I was also calling for some extensions. Okay. Because one, we have police station for no any kita
5 no.
On the kita Juman true. And to say engage, we need to engage them. Also, there are other organs a play like the lawyer ladies, the town queens. All these people must have rep. I was here to mean all those people on board.
Okay.
Now, on it me, so these are part of the things I'll be discussing with the national party. I was calling for it on platform, but however, I put it into written. I'm going to meet them and then we extend this because for fairness, this is how we have to come and then make sure we achieve results adequately. We are not going to blame whoever did this. We are rather going to build on our failures. Without failure, you can't count success. So we rather build on the failure and then make sure we incorporate these people because there were a total miscommunication somewhere. And at least the communication should be very key coming up. I was say, many party in the bedroom. By in all, I still applaud it, but I believe, say, yes, any engagement, Nema, and Kofor, it's me Bomoniaka, it may be a two scene about going forward. I believe, say, we'll make some progress.
Okay, also, as I say, no, but party if we, Otil region, for instance, Seneca vote at home. And Otino Bettina ho. Eti ye kind of stronghold sem dia na ye stronghold for the NDC. Eti moye executives wo ho a na just say mono more or less as a moyo executives at the opposition. In any case, more regional executives say mo party for no boss obo would you accept it? Say be amanye bibi.
Of course. Why not? As a leader, you need to accept every blame. Because me and so I'm harmano. Sima highlight kakra. Enye nyan metimi aka. Ene ma kan de menim penifo be de ben ebeka. Na ya hwese yeso because pressure na free ground no. I knew it as an organizer. Enti party ni so ya aware. But the external forces within no amwayen kakra. And we are not going to blame anybody. Obi e play ne die. But as a regional organizer die, e can say region ne die. At least kata die. Trade ye and kabenya.
Nanka more 3 seats
I gebit a yadia nanka a be possible. Because Oshi Juma a patina a bina aye. I must acknowledge that fact. A quite year Eastern Corridor Road. A champion here. Me wa o han mabeka wansem Emma me challenging for radio so Emma me prove say yes a bina constructed kwan the Eastern Corridor Road. From Peve Echo agenda one ye yentima we but at least 80% they are buying it to me. At least the creation of the region. Otas here. Eti ye won niema ye betimi agina so ahwese ye betimi ayedeben e dey win elections. It all boils out to communication. The boys out there is part of organization. Into organizational flaws not there. But I would have to, they have every cause to complain. And as a regional officer no, yes, me taking my niece. Because one, oma ye juma, be sure mama onko ye juma. Sika kran kan wa, also de mama ko felt. Omo de yim or ondi o yim ye juma ne ye. Until the strength on betimi pull no. I believe say the party full soldiers have done what they could do as much. And then I'll applaud their work too as well. Until I acknowledge that fact.
Na yeto abawie no inter-party advisory committee be meeting also.
Yes.
Essence in here
transition no. Say with this government, and almost say it'll be no PM 2 PM
2M Express.
2M Express. And then one will say your private companies are almost 20 economy. You will be a while or nisika participate. And as a regional organizer, I promise a region say I'll be the first person to step foot on the war field and be the last person to step foot back home. And to me making sure the police, many police engagement, and their planning day. So I made a representation, and you know, you're sanctioned with the IGP. Until the NDC, the MPP met. We agree. See, we be our the mra ebeto ho. Saban de wo me ho a. Me jam mama.
Okay.
Na se wo so ba, and wo so ba be jade ne force.
Okay.
Because wo ba no me so me wo nkrofo me fie.
Oh, okay.
Etu en wo so timi dis force be ever sa na yentimi nya sumdwa epe. Nti ni nyina ko we police so, and they are the head of the election security committee. Ya jama mo. Say on na behwe. Nti se we be si a asumdwa be si nyina after elections no. And also the police so. Into offer the IGP, I was happy. But this is what we did in OT. Into OT, it will be a one year the anchor. Sanya man will be anchor so. And I call on the other security agencies and then the other regions to emulate same. So much personal engagement with the parties. So that Sanya may way the way near the no. Transition everything I bind the.
And that as a most after the elections.
Yes.
I'm saying
on the 5th.
On the 5th, 2 days before the swearing in.
That's right.
On the transition 5th. Within the region,
that is exactly so.
Obi kobon robi fie nkwa me kofa aban ka. Omrekwa ka no say ni pale so on talk ro ntimi nto. Na ni para bre no wakwa koto ka also ba be fatisa aban. Is the muna kwa.
Enti yeah sir. Am sa so eyo. Enti I'm proud of Hotel Region. That's why I see lose here na asumdwe na de bre na. You mean say Oti region beshe MPP no as a regional organizer I still have hope and belief in the region say if all things be equal yet me resource communicators near who say the polling stations hold they are the supremacy of the party say nikita party ni to me or grass they are the root of the party next moment to me gin nema itum na criticism be aba so no yeah accept it as leaders we are ready to go out there and then make sure we make some difference. In the Sunday way 2 p.m. express. I believe
2M,
say 2M. I believe say on now on the moko share employment akoso driver form we crying for unemployment and obedient isika koto kaba. Enti so aba be ye bi kranas there will be transitional. Engage your authorities. So yes sir, everything will be directed to the president, His Excellency John Mahama.
Now we got transition background where is the private company?
They must consult. Now, security agencies also no, making initial arrangement for this because I 24 neighbor will call on security. There are hopes. The police, the other security agencies, the defense. Now, may I sure say on this matter so that it will come to rest. Obi invest here. Yen create in human be boom and san count. Chance begu in human woho. Maybe it will not help the nation. And it say so Ghana because already yes, also a struggle. Na se okokopedwa okokopeska odwaman so when the ska be show omaimu. So these are the things for them to come on radio. No akaso obi be invest in the private sector. Na se wo so abaya enti ba be je hono wo ba be ya. You must engage them and they are available. I'm so ready for engagement. So I don't see anything wrong. So please the IGP could call this thing together with the regional commander and then get proper briefings on this because say 2 or 2 on ways a person to some call.
Yeah, because as we are speaking, no boys see that's all. Also, I'm take you over. A security threat. And they should be briefed
and
a public place.
So I believe see the police has oversight responsibility and this thing can also go to the parliament for a debate because I called on parliamentarians say they should be up and doing because all these things are part of your national security because only part of this can have an epic security in the nation and there's peace in Ghana. So we want to enjoy the same peace now who we are. Ya deja transition. Eye the same peace na pese ye hu si ye nuana ma ho NDC ya ban sesa na aba ne ya ban de bia so no President Akufo-Addo acknowledge ka say my instruction say aban de bia wo ho as government official bia no return it. That is on record. It's not disputed. It is also copium for the private companies so yeah. Then you are collapsing all the private companies are you betia you obi okokuma say no ni flight 2 express here okay. These buses are very luxury. Except the drivers will complain I believe they are working on it because complaints were but cars in luxury only Kokumas ya and okay it one for plane crowd ultima you okay it may assure so my strength than collapsing such companies in the country.
Okay, so moving forward which Oti region now say more regional executives say more years kakra edama some say 4 years right?
Sure.
Yeah. And what is the way out for all party, new patriotic party in the Oti region?
me pressure benya equal capacities. Now,
and in terms of the
in terms of party restructuring, the party restructuring, we need equal capacities, so that at least when you speak what went wrong, we'll come back to that table. OT region, you were already, you started reorganization Accra on the plan, because one, we need to listen to every criticism as a regional organizer. Now, me timid edge accept. Now, me timid share Yahwane and ye two senior. I've listened to the ground, and it was no different from what happened before the elections. And going forward, we're building on those things. And I don't see a committee also no, in the interest of the party, no one except say the other engagements stand me first say we would have to broaden it so that at least we'll give the representative proper reason for proper accountability to happen. Because without the proper accountability, and you might will go this thing. That is what I believe say grassroots nation. They are ready to work. Like when you are green air can say say your boys in the way near. We equally have boys. Nobody will command that. Because a peaceful atmosphere, at least I know about yes, you will. Need to be holding accountable, say, or can say, or bar, or bet you are free SHS, or bar, a year, in various sectors, no, or Beshamukina, a year, gay, near a yin sem, semia, a by LGBTQ, or Beban anymore. These are things the party is looking for, and we want to restructure and based on these things, and then work together, and the party is ready. And see, as a regional officer, there, we say as a region, we are ready and up and doing. A regional organizer, I'm putting up all my notes, and that's the reason. May Kwakusha, national officers, may engage on those things.
Okay. Now, our party for no so abemu muidie. Party supporters. In from the boy, na koye say, mo penny for kase, omuhu say voter party by, but affected my party heavily. Oti region the understand saying.
Magjari, the challenge was resources. Yes, as an organizer, I was under resourced. Until amount ranks and the way I was a party in the grassroots into me, Agyeman. And to me, I'm concerned. But you cannot blame anybody because there were other external forces. I didn't make catch on. You are quite home farmer. Also, on executive. No, obviously, executive. It's a hijacks. They never be here. These are things we are going to talk about. It's party, no, yes. And Sankabambo ate by Yanka, they won't complain. They complain because on facing them on Kaya Yanti. Until this time, no, I was yet to be at the bank. Yet me started a super. And those are part of the criticism. Because say we need to accept it as party leaders.
Okay, OT regional organizer of the New Patriotic Party, a friend Felix Ade, on an ayano aiding common Ewaham. Oko Facebook Live, a comment be our Biano. You're back in our Facebook Live. Now you need 100.9 FM. Need 100.9 FM. Now Francis Kwon Akwalu. Or say good evening, Mark Jerry, my favorite journalist. Mark Jerry, my advice to the both majority and minority MPs they should stop the politics of insult. Then the youth also can learn, so that the youth can also learn. They can also learn from them. Francis Kwon Akwalu. We also say Joe Pan-Africanist. Or say the comment from another umpire and your comment, Papa Vincent Odro. Or say Mr. IGP, go and arrest another umpire. SK Frimpong Abrakwa said the MP is really showing us the meaning of the said word. He deemed he was referred to by Madam Hardcastle. I say we were kind of year, but I just don't want to kind of pim. Richmond Kunadua said this has nothing to do with what the lady said. What decision did the High Court make that the Electoral Commission should go and recount and declare? The Electoral Commission said, they should continue the collation. So that was the decision from the High Court. Where's the Magari? Why are you trying to put another umpire and Dr. Tanko computer in the same basket? Did Tanko also go out of his way to call on his supporters to attack MPP people? But by the time said that became a choice or Kasawo City FM. Adoka no say woman so said the comma bon or kaya to the extent say woman should just a one the parliament can't accommodate the supporters of the NDC. It went here as a meme catch a while. When it was a meme had it, maybe cast no crep to do be very home. Eti or say, Ablekuma not the Aquasu or Honor, say Parliament and Sheni year. Parliament can't accommodate the supporters of the NDC. Where your Dr. Rashid Tanko computer on the neck say you. And now honorable not press can we Ablekuma not. And that is the reason may call you on the IGP. Say IGP win him now to our young Shahan and Moja be Shigu Ablekuma not. And say you better say ye declare BMP or why. The Ukraine make it can be actual rough. Make it can be actual big time. Because and normally be why young central for they say you wow. There 2 MS special the so. Chen sama police for at the same use words be more radio suntra. Chen sama police for keka. And branch obi private company. Na amanfa kwa kwotena na police work or ya also when the money mon kan mo party boys into me pay bibi ma. One so eja one more are you overwhelmed? One my overwhelmed. One my kukuru 10,000 the amount. Still I'm not tender so one more toilet facilities, one washrooms, one may take you over. Mr. IGP Dr. Kufu Dampare. So when you ya na ebo abaso. Dia koso Ablekuma not no. Say IGP amfa na nsi form na moja bi hwiegu pa say e beti so obi MP Ablekuma not. That day some American me bosses be medi. I'm telling you. Because of mine na ya. Ya pomani you. E jane ba. Ya hwani din. Okay. Yanko enim. SK from Pa Brokwa. Or saying, well, what are you doing in the house? Go and arrest them. Richmond could do say, or say, please. And that's what Ekawa. Where's the McJerry, please? Is the police saying they can protect the Electoral Commission to recount the said 3 polling stations? 3 police stations will. They can in the end, they need a tomorrow green.
Obiatum.
It's a come and san pe.
Come and sape.
Me a san boma, 1 or 2 about
ya come and san in Yaboma, a bayer around 1,200 voters. 1,200 voters.
Mafia say anti honorable anodom pre pa we nyina e kasen. I say I'm highly disappointed. Paul Casey said, you see why I was mad at the majority side in Parliament for their quick condemnation of Emefa Hardcastle, referring Honorable Anodom Pre as silly. Now tell me, McJerry, if Anodom Pre, if Anodom Pre does not deserve that way, men fan compare. Oh, the Abane I can't answer. It's not as here. Kofi Adjei say, hey Ghana, what is happening? These people are cowards. You can't say this. Masaudu said MPP is committed and determined to form a very constructive opposition party that will look out for the interests of the people of Ghana. Let us unite and return to build strong coalition for the future. Where's the Nigeria? No wonder Dr. Dampare has rendered Ghana police at the Dododaba. Where say so? Is that the police? I say, is the police scared of these supposed NDC foot soldiers? Look at where they say, "Nyanse be anymore." And then, a Rama friend Poma say, "Nana, okay, come on, so or refer." Vincent Kwashiga, also McJerry, for what these 2M express guys are saying, not true, because it's not true. Because I don't see why somebody will come to my property to say he or she is coming from the NDC or MPP and come and take my property, and I have to give those people 10,000. Please, I think it's a plan between them and the guys to take company's money. Honestly, I can be bad, Charlie. Honestly speaking, me many idea, and yes, I did here. They are working a bit messy, but that is not true. And yes, I did here. Where's the McJerry? Holale Mamadogbe says, see how you are shouting unnecessarily. The people of Sal, they didn't need a representation, eh? I pray you shout more than you are doing. About so, Mr. Wu, green ticket on the Sal, your companion, on your electoral commission, on your and that South says, MP. Say, if you refer to the past, but green to only any influence Obama Sal, Aquagonyanti, Holali Babadogbe. Wait, Adaroma, we what to put it to you. Me have body so no. We say and this have turned Ghana into a shithole. Why? These foot soldiers. But Green. Don't you think say more gullible supporters be bad before say we are quite the end somewhere? Don't you think so?
Namnia.
On no one don't break because can say bro. And when we say asem we no eteki over and then a shadow is some baby.
And I make a choice say enyama bi started boba na wan so ano na ekodu pempen so bi na echire na ye be boss bo a oho na ema oman ni nkwanim no because ye wan mra e wo se ye di so a bibia ekoso wo man mu bia no emra wo ho a ebo ho ban na se etrete kwan ye mfa so a ye ndi sa adwuma no enti mami koti eyimao declaration and of elections in this country. Say OSHA regulations 43 ISCI 127 or say declaration and publication of parliamentary election results 43.1 or say subject to regulation 42 a precedent or say immediately after the results of the polls for all the polling stations in the constituency of the returning officer has been given to the returning officer. The returning officer shall, in the presence of candidates or representatives of the candidate, or not more than 2 counting agents appointed by each candidate, now say shall assemble the results as elected in a parliamentary elections. And now also over the next one now, or say, I was said the emphasis on best to near all. It is a young kind abani nia enwie ye na say yen hu nia wedi enkunimwa. Everybody will be jittery from December up to February. And I yet to me I kakra ya kanya babedu 3 enti no saa de we nia no enya se obi asema waka na ababe hyeyen kutu pase yen kodi boni anase bisa yen ya say yen so. And I want to commend the leadership of Ablekumanos even before I not on pray ebeba no what Ablekumanos say MPP 4 ako ye enyama bia ensane mfatana. You've not heard anything of that sort. Our chairman has always advised us accordingly. The MP elect nim so MP elect the honorable Anekwe Osofie, she has remained calm. She's been firm. She's been very gentle just to make sure say emrana edahono empenifo no hwemfanye adwuma. That is all we are calling for. Internal prayer or measure, but onim say ya bro yen pa enti to for the second and to for the third time. And the ye betna haka. So people me so say oba be bomia. I have the power, I have the right to defend myself because it be up to me da. And then same bia na pese me ka radio no so. Because on the D-Day, on the 7th and on the 8th, Nankopon kwan enim the emotional torture and trauma I went through. Nankopon adum ena empedifo to me kakra e de me fee college center ho e ko she me ka mo am ko ye. Enye sembia na yaka because me pese me kai me yaw. I also have family. Omo hear me. Enti because of election ti wouldn't pay fair say win ye. But for the first time you have come so close to the seat internet say capitalizing on it. Now we did sansem no way. Last one I fresh say kokoleti o hwe na si wo easy phone do okoro di kan pai louvers. I mean you saw the videos everywhere. Clearly the videos are clear because MPP ni bi ani wa kwakwaya sa ko ya ne ye call say yenko wie collation because emrano e kire ye ho kwan. Enti e beba ne say na ba kwaye dede wo de yenko ye corner say kind na say ye see ye lose wa ye be jem hwe Domi Kwabenya was our traditional seat. What did we do? Much seat bebre ye tie mama mo baby kro mo de wini ba ko mienu kra mo si ye nje mu fama mo
mo nje mu ma but o ma wini
exactly enti ba the say na ene ye tumi kan e ka say mo di bi kakra nti mo so mo fama yen we e ka say kan wa Ablikmanoff enya dia ese na fata enti mesre se na wode wa no so tu mu no ye sre IGP court no parliament entumi nsia wo se koye bibi eye court na e dia ba abonten say provide security men. Are you saying you cannot give us even 100 or 200 or 300 security men just to collect 3 police stations we end 5 minutes? McJerry, end 5 minutes. You better collect USCCR. But what are we waiting for? And then NDC4 Akon Mountain, thank you.
Mebao.
Billboards. Our Ablikmanoff.
How many police stations na in some walk and I'm with me akwa miensa pa unlock it.
I said yes started you kita 281 police stations plus one special voting 282.
Yeah.
You started smoothly. Yes I try 130 something. Eka 62 no and a hono to kwan started say eba almost say omontiase. And I had to call region. Ya call region 3 times.
Sabrina na poli pink sheets ni bi asese ya na.
Of course, a pink sheets ni be assessing easy. NDC for nankasa abru easy assay atete easy pink sheet. Easy pink sheet ni be so na I was enka or more returning officers on be accounting for omo no so no ya stop you omo ya say kwan bia so no ya ma omo fenrem. Enti no omo chinkofo na no matetim na omo de akobe bia on person omo de ko. Enti sisi anu easy say owo ekwan ya obefa so de be verify results no.
And nekra ni easy nipo kasa ye no. I'm saying, is it director of research or something?
Exactly.
Your Kasa or city so MBTN or can say or see the results needed they have them.
Exactly. Intino Sadia or be invited then crop for no abba. Nakakra na kano omo authenticate to mobile no matter omo authenticate na yakoye nim na yakoye nim and ya na besi 3. It's been a very difficult journey. Yeah, the almost 2 months quality results up to now you go quality. Adeng. And it's so clear. It's so clear. It's NDC4 and a hinder process. No, you best say.
No crop for the woman can.
Oh, Jerry, say na natural say videos circulate. Say who be na so person wo kire me say green. Say na mon crop for ya na magia tum because e bia yeti there sebe yentumi hwe wanim intro. Wo de tren ya be atum. But the American say yan crop for there ya ma omunti NC Chrome enkoye basa bia. We are always calming them, and because we respect the rule of law and untina up to now you go so calm me down and just anka yeso you betumi atesi krom ohu nia ekọ so ebra yeswe President Mahama in omode dede efi Independence Square ebe pa eja atumu wo Kaneshi e de 90 yard ba kwase man de ko ban yard a blockade cars and the police for a see a kontukwa our banyard all because of Ablikmanoff. Aden a person ni pay wu ansana yakasa okay. We den so a ye ka oman ho. It's a constituency. It's a kwan bia so no o te na the problem e ba no. Eno bi na ye ken. Ye wra baumia. Ohun say olusu no e de na oyeye. The record setter in the history of Ghanaian politics. In less than, is it 24 hours?
Less than 24 hours.
Less than 24 hours.
He came out clearly. The next day, we are declared. Say the crash in the air corner. The results are all picking inside. No, actually say olusu. Entino wa consider efekeke. I didn't think that to me ma asomdwemba ekroma because of NDC. But let me tell you, there will be a timer. Say NDC for ahwe ne year ade we omo krofo e de bedane aba omo so. Let me tell you now the Ghana for they see them to be in the honeymoon era. No more ye bia no Ghanaians are keeping records. Say ya to mama say nanti kan mo wini so aka meden kan meden esin say and say kan ejabeto Ghana mo yankopon nim ni a oye. Enti enda odwen say when your power enti no who be abusing and friend the arrogance of power. Mungu so amunye Ghana for a trotro 2028 they will show you with their kokromoti. Na so omuye wie na say obegina on na ka say onti ase a na ya hwe say uye obi a opa asomdwe na say onpa asomdwe. Enti na e kan say IGP easy yama 1 week ultimatum.
Na say 1 week ultimatum amode am yi say no.
And then easy per se, yeah, the Ghana Police Service.
Yeah, because a bomb on the bar na easy for because easy for so one will protect it one Crawford.
It's very important.
Yeah. It is a bomb on the my easy into me mount council about
it. Yes, sir, IGP. So 1 week, you know, me no can say me sure say your throw petition. I can sa after and starting the first day or to the second day, say 7 days no so. Now bibia and we will march to the police headquarters. I will lead my people in Ablikmanov and we will march to the police headquarters and demand that the right thing is done. Na say oho na say mube kunkum ya munkukum ne ye figana. Adai.
Right, Mr. Green, yes, secretary, constituency secretary at the man Ablikmanov in the name of the MPP, New Patriotic Party. Oti in Kwanta South in Seven say.
Se se nyame adom abrase akra but ye be safre se omo modiana omo nchemukina
committee say security meetings be call so
nti at least national security coordinator by regional commander was present there. By then there were 1 or 2 challenges we are made to commander nanim
okay
oh sure so me I menua nti honmo de so far no asomdwe ba akra but ye pe sa chemukina say omo hwe na asomdwe mra because in Kwenta a business center in Oti Magana Sika a man from Fibe Bia be Dijo Kwenta. It has from the Pong Kwenta, a young Quentan of. To where my first was Mabu and say on Mass now. But Banman Kabia as a regional organizer, the Ablikuma issue no have so much interest.
Okay.
And I stand by Ablikuma as a regional organizer. Whatever be the position of Ablikuma, I'll stand by the party in truthfulness. Because one, honorable and not impressible or Kayen, we only pick a portion. But to the later part, he called on stakeholders. We didn't talk about the stakeholders. He called on the IGP. What happened to that? He's a member of parliament. And then a minority chief whip.
But you didn't know things to your supporters.
Yes, but I don't subscribe. I wouldn't subscribe.
Supporters.
But he called on some stakeholders.
Going to say
They be also offer IGP. How much does it take? How long does it take to declare an election? You are denying them their right because one there was and this is sad, no new they had a representative in parliament and they are about war and say and it was court in the Ebu and Mutiara. So the people that deserve their right go and do the needful. Ghanaians are ready to accept, but then let us know what goes on. So we are with Ablikmanov by then no and no more afraid the IGP afraid stakeholders and also can say permissible laws, permissive laws or kabibia permissive. And by then, no, he's indicating say Nyoka and the Crown say even and by law no to the end or say by law no, we will follow the law. It is a follow law now. That is what my brother is saying. So we'll march to the IGP's office if the needful is not done. And I stand by the party. This is just simple. Yankasi onkoku debi ebi ne okase bi say it depends what is but the later part should also be discussed. Once we condemn this one, I myself no men kase bi onya yi but then no okase ade bi a be famra kwaso bia no ye betima ya deben akwakoye. It must straight say Ghana ba ko ne wo. We have only one Ghana. Parliament ya start am for your own business. Ona also allocating them akoma omotimi nya represent o lobby no. Are there? So why are you denying Ablikmanov? Are there Yako elections, Yako and never be in confession Kokuma, police for Kokuma, and be a Wablikuma. A police presence in a what's over Menka crowd 1,000. O just here. It's a den of it to Masia and Winkase. Your family remember 100 and go Goblikuma, young conductor. We saw videos circulating. I'm not for attracting EC officials. We saw videos circulating before the elections. A Gassa man for Kaya inciting their people. We didn't talk about it. What we know here, when they say when they are going to the police station to carry machetes. What we know here, when the youth organizer of an NDC youth organizer from one of the constituencies, I can say, how did that case travel? Let us all be fair to our justice system and then make sure we operate fairly to each other. Because Sebi, also, and a man quite a good one. And remember, the party is on its feet. We are only asking. So they should declare whatever be the resource. We are there to witness and then make sure we go by the same rules.
Okay. So before we pick the final comments, 0302257902, 0302257902, 0302243540, 03022435540. Yedi komo wo ti region, yedi komo Ablikuma North, yedi komo ewo 2M Express a emrante bi akwa take over womo na SCS womo ye NDC for. Eno nso police for kra kwa womo ntimi ye hwe ever since. Police enchi obi a enso emrante omugo na sabio. Womo di nsebunu. Mame kwa amane so na menyu adwe nkyere. Beba to me mwadwo.
Mejo so.
Yes you.
Chema magje.
Yes sir.
Enenyi mwe de wanya me papa bia. Ase nkofo onyo mkiwo edi nkomo o ma gene wo fo mu nyansa wo fo.
Hey. Nsebunu kasa bena kan sa no.
Magere.
Yeni freso. Amene pen for say oba be kasa we say wo madwen wo friend wo de wa dwen uniform. Make a total party. And yes, I know my way. You two for yes, in fact, we are my uncle. I hate that. Maybe I Mario.
Yeah, Magjerry.
Yes, you.
Magjerry Pacho. Make a face home. Could be a pen for 2 years. I'm a Damilonia.
Okay.
You meet ya on a book and I don't pray, and then you may wait. Magjerry can make a program and say, eh, name him say, Yatwa baby. As many a poor man with we a mamma and poet in the poet baby, a your man penny about Ghana. Yes, slim penful, anything. Say, almost shed, not almost Cassanche, a fool suggestion, and now what's the phone. I said, there's one Cassanche, not to say, about my Gamma, Emma organ, a my gun with uncles, especially mamma is more person or man than an area, and course, any empty to any sea in tobacco. The same was why I said. 2M Express, Eduma, a private Edman on my own Yeduma buying. That's why I admire then Eddie Bois on my way. Yes, sir, IGP damper, on to system. Only pay better of the Cohono, on chain, on fan good them round, no, okay. Mr. Kakan or Canon.
Medan say, and remember from Mwajo.
Champion McJerry.
Yes, I tell.
And when I'm asking the encounter. Namincha, me MP. Obatampa either Ajoa SC do our Ayasuano. Number more emlantine or Unu Musibiono, Yemo Basso, and then Sempa, and India or more Ghana home. You have your market, one abasso, and then you move your parliament. You move a fair what train said only a minority, so more be an entry forms to all parliament. Magari, the air cost or Ghana, and net a air cost for her. Intimidation to Turasema air Koswa as the IGP wada. IGP ada se ne police no opposite there. Onka hu se ayedanya o ministry no the police no be next move on for frabao. Na se as IGP a o man Ghana nyina ehye won sa a na wo hwe bambo so e wo Ghana ha ya to abehwe mmebu bi etiase abonti edi nsehu private individuals adwuma nwako jabo so ya fre ase police for criminal being ko fiya ko be bi esem kokko mo chinko for na law and order eye adwuma no mo ka che so yempi bi ma no mo fa nko na 2 PM MCs of the one committee om so omom 10,000 Guineas so mo fa nko pa a wan nya adwuma bia
Mount sometimes the fact is when frustration setting in na bambo for no kra no ntimi nya hwe. Now, what it is, the other is a minya bibi now, dear, me a minya free. You see, sometimes that is how it is.
The coffee, Nessa Uncle Dissance, who owe Suda Forso, ne a true to no obession. What is one of the most police for? IGP Wada, I was said, Yakin, said Doyano, or the money asking get out to a Sanimu.
IGP, ya to a baby, me honey, I must be candid. Or turn up a money show, so maybe a jago so because okay, Medan say, Medan say, Uncle Namefa do you, Mario? Yes, sir.
Me pass you kind, maybe so. I didn't try to buy MP for 1 by 10 is for Nitama.
That's how you tell, what's it?
Maybe I'm going to I'm not true. I had a true, but I didn't know. I'm a collection of 3 night kind. I'm almost aware, once we are aware, stay. I'm buying your fair return officer. Or say I can't, yes, you are
is my thing, but the figures is don't for. I don't know how can Jerry.
Hey, Massa. Hey. Akwa you crossing is what's all be we uncivilized, Papa. Akwa there be a wofra obey say ana ofo say here we won. We are too uncivilized. Mamne scholar ate. Kana we pa da ben pa na ya dwen ya bedwen said ya enipa bedwen.
Ana.
Na wajo.
Mejo so.
Metio.
Sandia me catch us. The minya petrol sika no. Minya pedi sika no. Minya sika fashion group no. No more anadron price 2 o'clock on mark. Story drum last one. The count pa go pop. Yeah, them before home on the one person will be my laptop. I'm a family. Mark, you can't say. And if I can see you can see so. In Tiamian custom, the godfather, my dinner, Samuel, you will be a Names will be and kind of papa. Then the American MPP General Secretary Papa then I phone you know on making free of person.
Okay, madam say, my next caller. Majo. It's your uncle.
Live from Cantamanto, Accra, Ghana. Mark, now you are also not a pinch of power. We need the audio road. The ministry of Papa. Madam Bacho, I don't make a sacred. I mean, you're coming in the company. Over Tampa, Kumsin. Over woman organizer or MPP. Oh, man, Tampa. My goodness. That's wonderful. Do Papa. Oh, Papa. Let me Papa. Oh, my God, Mete. Me Papa, IGP. Mete, so much sorry. Now, Papa, IGP. What do you say? I want to say, Overcop. I'm going to do nothing for you. So slow, and go slow. I would be, I never tell you that the car will be a protocol. You go where you be. The car will be, they will be not deeply. What's the I'm back 1 minute. MP, but be an MP. Then I am like my love, MP. IGP. It goes slow. As I become a unit.
Okay. Yeah, that's the info, Majo. Yes, you.
I didn't win because I'm from Coveria. No, you
Ajuma, eh,
and then you are going to Hajia Safia Mohammed and Jeff, the General Secretary. Yamikan Yanisha, NDC for ye, Abba. Eh? This is a Nemana Motija, any woman in our Mukrimfa. But yes, I'm granny. Eh? Abay Yato. My minister on the Watias here, what dear brother. I can't know young council. Your council will be near. Fat. Branian can't be so this is now. Oh, my. Oh, I asked him. What do you say? I don't want to see a bunny kind of wafa or a bemount. Now, I didn't think you can be on the Camilla become unity. Now, the Akana Yatona Yanka, you know, you go into Mukana. Oh, and the best one canoe. Why, security, you hear security now, Yakan Yankokana,
you fan one fan up kuma ono e wonyo no munya MP e be ya adwuma de ama wo mu
okay bedan say me wajo
mejo so honorable maje
etio
na ya okasa fitabura mame mo wa baso ene anwumre na menchia yira Justin Kodu ya baby obi amechia no na yira afena market ono so mechia no na yira Dr. Mahmoud Baumia esimu sejata ono so baby obi amechia no Mike yes yira Mahama and then Mike auto patrol
and also if you baby somewhere here.
Oh, and then maybe got top patrol go me come who say patrol every coso.
Into the a resident to the end, what was saying?
Ah, you mama onya who be here. And yet into an Obama and what way. Now for Obama and what way no. Have you crowd Bobby Kuya Kura?
But there money triviality is there. No crab any anchor. Catch no crab any anchor. And then discuss a petrol. How? Discuss a petrol.
Hear me. My girl, my come as a patrol.
There would to me become some program. Maybe they are discussing a walk out because I was an Ababeka. Maybe that is why I've given you the chance.
And I'm just say what can we do? But Miss Mitch the margin. I'm arguing say you Mahama be promise yes Oba am be tonama amaye Oba me what way.
Nana.
Oba me what to me.
Nana.
Nana.
When him say me makase petrol politics no enye na America. Time and American first and na man for be twabo me. And name me position the same. What the petrol eba be ya amanyo se ho na chese sebe unim de wo petrol chese ho no form me ba so adaroma fesio mama wa me das
mama comment some so
catch me anytime
oh tikata o kasa mu bebre nti wo mama from anu honorable Mike
what me call us we no more
o de mama o program no adwuma business me tibe maso nti na wa mama kwan ka so mama flow na mi be flow a wa me o ka
me ma flow dia mean discuss
amare ba no hoye jamani ba bi ase
yini freso right me huna manu but I'm telling you me no mboko ni say ya o che me no mboko ni say ya gidi wa wani mbie ye meka akirem wo you civilized wo kasa meka akirem I will tell you say wani mbie te say abrante no be ye na ni mbie iti no kasa radio so say by heart no o wa frequency be didi matem wani mbie wani bia won yes ade no wani mbie kakra so ade ase tell him I'm next one I'm into aso a majo
hello majo man jabe
kasa etio
good ajo bro.
Oh, Adjobro, so be any me na me can say Adjobro. Obi afrem odidi matem na me chese na ni mie into no yes I was say Adjobro. Hwe. Am say bejeja mo. Tale kasa na ko ani ma.
My daddy, on say I break my sense no. Say you be not almost say people to pinch it. And I went to and it's for to me pinch. If you can with pinch it. And so you know I'm going to pinch it at the back one. Almost FM, almost a bit by the compensable derby. Yen, of course, with a media with a young structure. And you know, we say, not a back or two about that, put this back or two for the fine. Therefore, I can't say, I'm not a person. It's a fine and also, come with you, you have warm and yes, not I'm aware.
Okay.
David, my dad, when you have to, or see I'm aware.
Me ba to kasa no kan no o say se wo koto say NDC ni bi bu MPP ni bi a o MPP ni ko kan no na mommo ni yie pa o se bu a uni na mommo ni yie pa
ento ono bu table no obi di table before the this man na
I'm not going to pay. It's no one who said the whole town. Me bra and I kill our honor.
Okay, tell me that say. Ma, we was one. I'm a last one. Majo.
But you saw one of my Jerry Bacope.
Yes, I am going anywhere.
Only on radio.
Yoko. Yes, I'm doing Yoko.
Only I'm one fita. I'm a free face man. Yo, I mean, here, only one morning. Then check a share for Uncle as a man can see MP. Kwame, what about Kwame? Oh, a friend, Pom back, I have friend and Art Boy. Then come up, Frank, I see the back way. I also want to see MP. Yo, our MC incoming. I hear Aqua back. I want to make Jerry make a my ears to this to say. Make a man can see a new winning year. The few more you need to get sign more fun. And I'm more fast to sign your NDC class and can be. It's a good idea. Whoa, to make it if you can say. Now, me come and say, Mr. Everything penny for. You best tell near a course on and never ban the scene. Me the best maybe more from national to the down. Me a communicator. And they are pretty for a better way. A communicator crank say, me just communicators. Or the for South Queens and liabilities in the chance. Oh, bad vein. But the pillar of the party, are your communicators? You
but okay, communicators can home. You to region. Okay, cracker, a loyal ladies in Eastern Queens in Union.
Loyal ladies in Omada Bay, and Eastern Queens Omada Bay. Yet, and you see the pillar of the party. But a share entity for the fair. I knew in Kotakona. It's a better one. So, what in clear if one on mobile. You quite the way I think it's a year and now we are. That means you almost to the down.
Okay. All right. Madam say. High indeed, 100.9. Made a friend in I see. We be afraid be a so. O friend, I can't say year, dear. Beckham Waka, one kind of year. You bet young. Me mau. Because by Syria callers here, Nipebia. Me, one more damakoma so pa. Syria callers, one more damakoma so. It is a Obi Bambi program, so Becca say. O kasa te se Syria callers, say nipa no. Be gene Syria callers na name na matia ne say there be men kasa say on the programs because Syria callers no wunnim obi background and I also one mo friend into one mo obi. It is a we Syria caller. Na se wo kasa no wo masaafo no timi enya ho kwan e kasa tia mo wo say nipa no metia on radio no so. Ntwa ma unko, I will discipline you. Che. Am say program na ya na say ye di agro. Me ade ya di tu ameka me be chinchim. Be still anyhow. The doctor. This akwa bi no friend na oye we no ne kasa tantan bi no. My send voice ne so pa. Me morning show so nyina otimi frɛ e wadidi ma tempo to no akɔ. My send voice ne so na me send we see on the program so bi. I'll discipline you on air. Na wasua nyansa no say de kasa radio. So so tell me ka tro no. Unim kasa akɔ na kosua say de kasa Malik Basin telemu ko bisa no me na me de ba radio so first. O kasa wiya na wabisa mse Magere ko say na metenetene no. O so we end this in the channel. And no no CEO now says I know makasa. I'll discipline you on radio. No one said it. So tell me no. Okay, yanko anim Ade.
Yes sir. Me na offer last one no. O ma boto emra communicators na at the pivotal pivotal role I play my and neck fall here until share me acknowledge you.
Yeah.
Because baby me could be on share my channels na fellas the communication and because say strengthen the work YouTube da ho. Until communication some the make nyenne by nyenne nyina ma be de ben. E be kana because nyema adipati nya. Until another day e ya dia me sure say on political interference also play significant role. E wo ti region ama yentimi ehun the day no light no. And politically no when we communicators one resource ma. How do you communicate the party? Internet they are acknowledge bia no until hon ye. But the issue they say ayi mesre say leadership no both leadership in parliament no omfre na yewra IGP emfre Ghana ne obakope so that they engage the party by 7 for the electoral commission count so that at least they also need their security na provide the IGP asma kan I disagree with bia entirely say ebia order but then no man nye ema no koye say ebia the NDC are holding him. I don't believe so because they are in power. Aban ne power. Nti we be besi bia no. Aban ne ebesua no.
Yeah.
enti ye besre say in all effort nia bia anko ye bia na Ghana fa na beka ye gitum ne beko ye so no o man hwe ne mfa somdwe nye de me emra communicators na me chia mo na e ade ba bo de ntima me hwe
mo communicators na mo hwe NDC abe mo communicator mo po mo hwe o hwe Joe Asama atro position a de no bottom sika hwe communicators ya na ka mo ba ba na mo fa no kwose ba bi kakra Joe num nyina bresa because communicators e wo mo ko ba bi kra Joe wo no wa support am kakra party ne ba ma communicators na mato ma jeje mu
dipem communicators re dipem majuma so e because obi obetu kwan ebi a chineri oba krache afro motorbikes aba be communication for the party me am ba nka say one be cat be die no by all no ye betima ahwa na see.
That's right. Okay. Mr. Green.
My Jerry.
Enti say 1 week ultimatum dey ama electoral commission IGP.
Sa pepepe.
Somebody take action.
We'll take action. The police service is the institution that has been mandated by law to protect the people of this country. And statutorily, and constitutionally, they have a mandate. Yebesre say they should act swiftly and sana and maybe I am pese yebehu and I said maybe I am pese basis no astatiesi na yeria yakase ye hunu yanka. It is still early days yet. It is better late than never.
Okay.
Yeah, bompa say ombe to me aba no mabe ye omodwuma our blekuma not. Na ye to me akoyenim. Na I believe say so bombe to our collation so we know from our home, from our comfortable home, say ye winning and nothing can change it, nothing can stop it. Until the moment na ye nkoyenim.
Okay, madam same. Higher need 100.9 Torchlight ha and the Jumedi near the same. Earlier, what a management team from 2M Express and Ranty Biakwa take you over or ye di home come Saranson and now Ote a year Ote regional organizer of the New Patriotic Party, a friend of Felix Ade, on also Ebaha, and a year Ablikuma North Constituency Secretary, Edmund PP, also a Jumedia Corso, and you Munsemenson, Obaha Yene, a Mr. Green, on also. Yeno edin komo na bigusuwa ye menyonko Razak Hussein Abdul Razak Hussein Udru Madina oya branch ye Utah OPMC ye di ho last week Tuesday mi hostu no ha oya secretary Edema Madina constituency NDC ono so in fact bechiano campaign for so man kai my branch na oya very sharp guy
Mark, Mr. Wogunia Elcoso Asaman.
One was there, Elcoso.
So Asamana make Kebu, me say a bedroom bribi or more better than their common course. Just because Yama or more MP ministerial appointment into or must start say or more party office. Look at this. I'm telling you. No. And it's a problem to us here. Me can say a better baby no. It will get to their own homes. Okay. And I start no. It's IGP na yes sir.
Abu Sambidi the Mark Jerry OSEI AGYEMAN. Kwasi Abuaji immediate boss. Dr. Fadarisina, executive producer, fully supported by my general manager. Kennedy Asante OSEI. One de bo amedi jumedi de bro. DJ Talks the take you over. Ochina a Friday's edition of the Ghana Muntie. Nyame pa. Besa in wish. I mean, and Kobe Biao. Yeah, go.
Best point savings and loan.